Bit of a surprise, I think, for many that Matt Connolly's gone out on loan to Watford. What was the thinking behind that move? Because it seemed to come out of the blue a bit.
Yeah, I think they've shown a bit of interest. They did, going back to the January window, to be perfectly honest. However, it's not for a football reason he's gone. It's obviously we don't look like we're going to make the playoffs, and we also look like we're not going to get relegated. So we're kind of in that middle of the table. So a business decision was made really for the football club.
A personal decision from him in that he wanted to go back to the London area, was it? Or?
Yeah, he was quite keen as well. I think he lives about 2 minutes away from the ground. It's an opportunity, I suppose, for Matt, because Watford are flying high at the minute.
And is that with a view to a permanent move?
No, nothing like that at all. He'll come back. He'll still be a Cardiff City player.
And the strange thing for him, of course, is that he could be on course for his third promotion from the Championship, joining a team which is top of the table, of course.
I think that was probably the attraction for Watford, if I'm honest. And I'm not all that sure, though, that he will even start the game for them. It'd be interesting to see whether they actually start him on Saturday. But obviously, he will certainly strengthen or boost their squad in an attempt to get out of the division.
But it just goes to show, I guess, that you are, at the moment, in this present time, shaping the squad still to as you want it, ready for next season. Am I right?
Yeah, of course. But that doesn't mean Matt Connolly's not part of that. He knows the reasons for it being granted for him to go to Watford. But I mean, generally the team is starting to take a little bit more shape, but still an awful lot of work to do between now and the summer.
You've got to be pleased with recent progress, though, recent results.
Yeah, I think that progress has gone on some time back. I think we've lost, is it 2 in 10? Something like that.
But I mean, against some of the top sides, I mean, Brentford obviously got a terrific win. Bournemouth, you denied them 3 points. So.
Certainly the last 2 games, because we hadn't got top side of anybody in the top 6. So to do that against Brentford and then to come back against a very strong Bournemouth side was pleasing. More so, I think, the resilience and the character of the side as much as anything as well.
We talk to managers at this stage of the season and about their plans for the summer and for next season, and looking at players, scouting, and maybe putting in offers here or there. Has that process started, and is it ongoing for you at the moment?
I've best described as ongoing, really, because that process, the moment the January window shut, really, that process began again almost immediately. So obviously we've been gathering information, looking at targets and watching games, etc., seeing what could be available in terms of bringing players in and strengthening the group.
How much happier are you with the group that you've got now compared to when you took over? Obviously, you mentioned that you had to reduce it. You said that from day one. You brought in players that you've worked with before and that you wanted and recognised. How much happier are you now with now compared to?
Yeah. Obviously, I am happier because it seems as if we've achieved a little bit of stability, which was important. And I think when you've got 38 players, as it was at the time, it's difficult to achieve that stability and also that kind of like togetherness and that bonding element and galvanising a group to move forward. I think it's very difficult when you've got 38, but when you've got lesser numbers and now players are understanding their roles, even when they come in. What's impressing me as well, when players are coming on from the bench as well, they're making an impact, which is exactly what you want from your group.
And Birmingham, how do you feel about them on Saturday?
I think Gary's done a very good job since he's been there. He's again stabilised a club that looked like they were in a little bit of free fall when he went in. He's done that. I think they're very resilient. He's made them very resilient. They've not scored lots and lots of goals, but what they've done is they've made life very difficult. There'll be a difficult nut to crack. We'll have all on breaking them down. And they've got that element. on the counter-attack with the likes of Donaldson, Damari Gray, a little bit of pace and craft going forward. So I think they're a nicely balanced side now, and it won't be an easy game.
What is the aim then with those 8 games, realistically speaking? Because you mentioned earlier that you're not likely to go down, but likewise you're not likely to go up and make the playoffs and that. So what do you see as the realistic target between?
Well, I want to see continued progress. Yes, there'll be the small ups and downs along the way when you get defeated like we did against Charlton, which was a little bit of a hiccup because I thought we were decent that day apart from the last 15 minutes of the game. So there will be those occasions where you get your setbacks. It's how you get over those setbacks, how you deal with them, and we're starting to deal with them better. In the last 2 games, for example, we've gone a goal down and we've dealt with it better. We've come back on 1-1, we've come back and drawn another against good opposition. So our aim is to keep improving, muster as many points as we can between now and the end of the season.
Can I just ask you finally about FIFA? I'm not, if you're aware this morning, just to explain, it seems as though that FIFA won't sanction a Team GB at the Rio Olympics unless all the home associations agree, namely the Welsh FA, the Irish FA, Scottish and the English.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, right. Well, just generally speaking on
Yeah.
that point, about your feelings of a Team GB at the Rio Olympics, did you ever see it as a good or a bad thing?
I've not had a strong opinion either way, to be honest on it. But I always like to see us as a nation always competing in big competitions or big tournaments, wherever it may be.